My name is Elena Vasquez. 6 months ago, my older sister Carmen laughed in my face at our family's Thanksgiving dinner, telling everyone I was wasting my business degree on a minimum wage coffee shop job. Last Tuesday, she submitted her resume to work as my assistant at the digital marketing agency I now own, which generates over $2 million in annual revenue. Before we jump back in, tell us where you're tuning in from, and if this story touches you, make sure you're subscribed, because tomorrow, I've saved something extra special for you. The humiliation that changed everything happened on a Thursday evening in November, in the cramped break room of Brew and Bean Coffee House on Morrison Street in downtown Portland. I was folding my green apron after completing my closing shift, checking my phone for messages about the freelance social media projects I managed during my off hours, when Carmen walked through the employee entrance wearing her tailored navy blazer and that expression of practiced superiority that had defined our relationship since childhood. She worked as a regional sales coordinator for Henderson Marketing Solutions, a mid-tier advertising firm that specialized in traditional media placements for local businesses. Her position provided a comfortable salary, company benefits, and the kind of professional credibility that our parents celebrated during family gatherings. At 28, she owned a downtown condominium, drove a leased BMW, and maintained the polished appearance of someone who had successfully navigated corporate hierarchies through strategic networking and careful image management. I was 25, living in a shared apartment with 2 roommates, taking public transportation to my coffee shop job, and spending every available hour building a freelance digital marketing practice that most people dismissed as unrealistic ambition. The contrast between our visible circumstances provided Carmen with endless opportunities to position herself as the successful sister who had made practical choices, while characterizing my path as naive idealism that would inevitably lead to disappointment and financial struggle. "Elena, we need to talk," she announced, settling into one of the plastic chairs that surrounded the break room's single table. Her tone carried the authoritative weight of someone delivering necessary but unpleasant guidance to a younger relative who clearly required direction from more experienced family members. I continued organizing my belongings, knowing that any conversation initiated with that particular tone would involve criticism disguised as concern, judgment presented as helpful advice, and comparisons designed to highlight the gap between her achievements and my apparent lack of professional progress. These conversations had become routine during our family interactions, though Carmen rarely visited my workplace to deliver them in person. "What brings you to Morrison Street?" I asked, keeping my voice neutral while internally preparing for whatever critique she had decided to share. The coffee shop was located 15 minutes from her office building, but Carmen typically avoided areas she considered beneath her professional status, preferring restaurants and meeting venues that aligned with her corporate image and networking objectives. "I was having dinner with clients at Meridian Restaurant," she explained, referencing the upscale establishment located 3 blocks away. "I saw the Brew and Bean sign and realized this must be where you work. I thought I should see what keeps you so busy that you cannot pursue real career opportunities." She surveyed the break room with obvious disdain, noting the mismatched furniture, outdated microwave, and bulletin board covered with scheduling notices and employee announcements. Her expression suggested she was documenting evidence to support conclusions she had already reached about my employment situation and its implications for my future prospects. "The work environment speaks volumes about your professional trajectory," she continued, opening her leather portfolio and retrieving several printed documents. "I brought some job listings from Henderson and our partner firms. Entry-level positions that would utilize your business degree appropriately and provide advancement opportunities toward meaningful career development." The job listings represented exactly the kind of traditional marketing roles that Carmen believed constituted legitimate professional success. Account coordinator positions at established advertising agencies, sales support roles at media companies, and administrative positions at corporations that offered standard benefits packages and predictable advancement timelines. The salaries were modest but respectable, the responsibilities were clearly defined, and the career paths were conventional enough to satisfy family expectations about appropriate professional choices. "I appreciate the effort," I replied carefully, "but I am building something different. The coffee shop provides flexible scheduling that allows me to develop my digital marketing practice. I have clients who are seeing significant results from social media strategies that traditional agencies cannot provide effectively." Carmen's laugh was sharp and dismissive, the kind of sound that cuts through conversation like a blade designed specifically to wound. "Elena, you are serving coffee for $8 an hour and posting on Instagram for small businesses that cannot afford real marketing services. This is not a career strategy. This is delayed adolescence disguised as entrepreneurship." Her Words hit their intended target with precision that demonstrated years of practice in identifying and exploiting my professional insecurities. The criticism was designed to highlight the gap between my current visible circumstances and conventional markers of success, while dismissing the strategic thinking and long-term planning that informed my unconventional approach to career development. The digital marketing industry is evolving rapidly, I said, attempting to explain the strategic foundation of my choices. Small businesses need sophisticated online presence management, but they cannot afford the overhead costs that traditional agencies require. I am developing expertise in emerging platforms and automation tools that will become industry standards within the next few years. You are working minimum wage jobs and calling it strategy, Carmen interrupted, her voice rising with the kind of exasperation that adults use when correcting children who refuse to accept obvious realities. Meanwhile, I am earning $68,000 annually, building professional relationships with regional business leaders, and developing expertise that will lead to management positions and executive opportunities. She spread the job listings across the break room table like evidence in a legal proceeding, each document representing what she considered a rational alternative to my current path. The positions offered immediate income improvement, professional credibility, and the kind of linear career progression that could be explained easily to family members and social acquaintances. These opportunities would double your current income immediately, she continued, tapping one of the listings with her manicured fingernail. Henderson is expanding their digital media division, and they need someone with technical skills to support client campaigns. You could start as a digital coordinator and advance to account management within 18 months. The offer was genuinely generous, reflecting Carmen's belief that she was providing essential guidance to a sister who lacked the practical wisdom to make appropriate professional decisions independently. The position would indeed provide financial stability, professional credibility, and the kind of conventional success that would satisfy family expectations while eliminating the uncertainty and financial risk associated with entrepreneurial pursuits. But accepting the position would require abandoning the freelance practice I had spent 2 years building, sacrificing the flexibility that allowed me to pursue innovative approaches to digital marketing, and submitting to the kind of corporate structure that would limit my ability to develop the specialized expertise that distinguished my services from conventional offerings. I understand the appeal of immediate financial improvement, I said, choosing my words carefully to avoid escalating the conversation into open conflict. But the freelance practice is generating revenue that will exceed traditional salary ranges once I complete the client development phase. I am building systems and expertise that will create sustainable competitive advantages in emerging market segments. Carmen closed her portfolio with the decisive snap of someone concluding a meeting that had failed to achieve its intended objectives. Her expression shifted from concerned guidance to disappointed judgment, the look that older siblings reserve for younger family members who refuse to accept wisdom that could prevent predictable failures and embarrassing mistakes. Elena, you are 25 years old, living with roommates, and working in food service while pretending that posting on social media constitutes a business strategy, she said, standing and adjusting her blazer with movements that emphasized the professional polish that separated her success from my apparent lack of direction. This conversation is not about immediate financial improvement. This is about preventing you from wasting your education and your 20s on fantasies that will leave you unemployable when reality finally forces you to pursue legitimate career options. Her final statement was delivered with the kind of authority that brooked no disagreement, the tone that successful older siblings use when delivering uncomfortable truths to family members whose poor judgment requires intervention from more experienced relatives. The criticism was comprehensive and devastating, attacking not only my current circumstances but my judgment, my understanding of professional realities, and my ability to make rational decisions about my future. I will leave these listings with you, she continued, placing the documents on the table with the finality of someone completing an unpleasant but necessary task. When you decide to pursue real opportunities instead of serving coffee and playing on the internet, call me. Henderson values family referrals, and I can facilitate introductions that would accelerate your application process significantly. She walked toward the exit with the confident stride of someone who had delivered important guidance and fulfilled family obligations, regardless of whether the recipient possessed sufficient wisdom to appreciate the value of the advice they had received. Her departure left the break room feeling smaller and more shabby than before, as if her presence had highlighted every aspect of my circumstances that failed to meet conventional standards of professional success. I sat alone among the job listings, surrounded by the physical evidence of my sister's conviction that my choices represented poor judgment and unrealistic expectations. The documents offered legitimate opportunities for immediate improvement in my financial circumstances and professional credibility, but accepting them would require acknowledging that Carmen's assessment of my situation was accurate and that my entrepreneurial aspirations were indeed naive fantasies rather than strategic career development. The humiliation was comprehensive and carefully designed to exploit every insecurity I harbored about my unconventional path toward professional success. Carmen had systematically dismantled my confidence in my strategic thinking, my understanding of market opportunities, and my ability to build sustainable competitive advantages through innovative approaches to client service and business development. But sitting in that break room, surrounded by the evidence of my sister's dismissal and the weight of her judgment, I made a decision that would define the next phase of my career and ultimately transform both our circumstances in ways that neither of us could anticipate. Instead of accepting her assessment or internalizing her criticism, I chose to view her dismissal as motivation to prove that unconventional approaches could indeed generate extraordinary results when combined with systematic planning, disciplined execution, and strategic thinking that transcended traditional industry boundaries. The coffee shop job that Carmen viewed as evidence of my poor judgment was actually providing me with flexible scheduling that allowed me to serve clients across multiple time zones, develop expertise in emerging digital platforms, and build relationships with small business owners who were eager to invest in innovative marketing strategies that larger agencies dismissed as unprofitable or too risky to pursue. Preparing and narrating this story took us a lot of time, so if you are enjoying it, subscribe to our channel, it means a lot to us. Now back to the story. My shared apartment reduced overhead costs that enabled me to reinvest every dollar of freelance revenue into professional development, advanced software tools, and marketing automation systems that would eventually provide competitive advantages that established agencies could not match without significant infrastructure investments and organizational changes. Most importantly, my position outside traditional corporate structures allowed me to experiment with cutting-edge strategies, develop specialized expertise in emerging market segments, and build direct relationships with business owners who were frustrated with conventional marketing approaches and eager to work with specialists who understood their unique challenges and growth objectives. Carmen saw minimum wage employment and delayed adolescence. I saw strategic positioning, market research, and systematic preparation for launching a digital marketing practice that would eventually serve clients throughout the Pacific Northwest, while maintaining operational efficiency that traditional agencies could not achieve due to their overhead structures and legacy business models. The job listings remained on the break room table as I gathered my belongings and prepared to leave. Brew and bean for what would prove to be one of the final times. Within 6 months, those documents would serve as reminders of the moment when Carmen's dismissal transformed from humiliation into motivation, when her judgment became the catalyst for proving that unconventional paths could indeed lead to extraordinary destinations when navigated with intelligence, determination, and strategic thinking that transformed apparent disadvantages into competitive advantages. The Thursday evening that began with my sister's criticism would eventually be remembered as the turning point when Elena Vasquez stopped defending her choices and started systematically proving that her strategic thinking was not only valid, but superior to conventional approaches that prioritized immediate credibility over long-term competitive positioning and sustainable business development. 6 months later, when Carmen submitted her resume to work under my supervision, the break room conversation would seem like a distant memory from a different lifetime, when our positions and our understanding of professional success were completely reversed from what we had both assumed was permanent and unchangeable. But that transformation began in the moment when I chose to interpret her dismissal as confirmation that I was pursuing opportunities that others could not recognize or appreciate, rather than evidence that my judgment was flawed or my aspirations were unrealistic. Her inability to see the strategic value of my approach became proof that I was developing competitive advantages that would distinguish my services from conventional offerings in ways that would eventually command premium pricing and generate extraordinary client loyalty. The minimum wage job she mocked was about to become the foundation for building a business that would exceed her corporate salary within 6 months, while providing the flexibility, creative fulfillment, and professional autonomy that her traditional career path could never deliver. Carmen's dismissal had just become the motivation for proving that sometimes the most successful strategies are the ones that appear most questionable to people who cannot see beyond conventional definitions of professional achievement and business success. The drive home from Brew and Bean that Thursday evening took me through the Pearl District, where glass towers housed the kind of marketing agencies that Carmen believed represented legitimate career success. Traffic moved slowly past buildings where account executives in tailored suits worked late into the evening, managing campaigns for established clients through methodologies that had remained essentially unchanged for decades. The illuminated windows revealed conference rooms where teams developed traditional advertising strategies, relying on conventional media placements and standardized approaches that prioritized safe, predictable outcomes over innovative solutions. Carmen had never understood that my rejection of these environments was strategic rather than naive. She viewed my coffee shop employment as evidence of professional failure, but the position provided something far more valuable than immediate salary improvement: unrestricted access to the small business community that would eventually become the foundation of my digital marketing practice. During my 18 months at Brew and Bean, I had served coffee to entrepreneurs, startup founders, freelance professionals, and independent business owners who represented the emerging economy that traditional agencies consistently overlooked or dismissed as unprofitable. These conversations revealed market opportunities that corporate marketing firms could not address effectively due to their overhead structures, standardized service offerings, and minimum engagement requirements that excluded precisely the clients who needed sophisticated digital strategies most desperately. My path to this understanding began 3 years earlier, during my final semester at Portland State University, where I completed a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration with concentrations in Marketing and Information Systems. The dual focus was intentional, designed to bridge the gap between traditional business strategy and emerging digital technologies that were transforming how companies connected with customers and managed their competitive positioning. Most marketing programs emphasized established frameworks and conventional industry practices, preparing students for entry-level positions at advertising agencies, corporate marketing departments, and media companies that operated according to methodologies developed during previous technological eras. The curriculum covered market research, consumer psychology, brand management, and campaign development through approaches that assumed businesses would continue relying on traditional media channels and established intermediaries to reach their target audiences. However, my information systems coursework revealed that digital platforms were creating unprecedented opportunities for direct customer engagement, precise audience targeting, and measurable campaign optimization that could revolutionize how businesses approached marketing strategy and resource allocation. Social media platforms, search engine optimization, content marketing automation, and data analytics tools were democratizing access to sophisticated marketing capabilities that had previously been available only to large corporations with substantial advertising budgets. The intersection of these disciplines suggested that small and medium-sized businesses could achieve marketing effectiveness that exceeded larger competitors' results by leveraging digital tools and strategic approaches that traditional agencies either could not provide or considered too risky to implement on behalf of established clients who prioritize predictable outcomes over innovative experimentation. During my senior year, I developed an independent study project that analyzed digital marketing opportunities for local businesses in the Portland metropolitan area. The research involved interviewing 47 small business owners about their marketing challenges, budget constraints, and growth objectives. The findings revealed a significant gap between what these businesses needed and what traditional marketing services could provide within their financial parameters. Restaurant owners needed sophisticated social media management and local search optimization but could not afford the monthly retainer fees that established agencies required for comprehensive service packages. Professional services firms needed content marketing strategies and automated lead generation systems but lacked the technical expertise to implement these solutions independently. Retail businesses needed e-commerce integration and customer relationship management systems but could not justify the implementation costs that traditional consultants demanded for custom development projects. Most significantly, these business owners were eager to invest in digital marketing solutions that could demonstrate measurable returns on investment, but they were frustrated by agencies that required long-term contracts, charged for services they did not need, and provided reporting that emphasized activity metrics rather than actual business outcomes. The research revealed that a specialized digital marketing practice could serve this market segment profitably by focusing on results-driven strategies, maintaining low overhead costs, and developing expertise in emerging tools and platforms that traditional agencies avoided due to their complexity or perceived risks. The opportunity required someone willing to work directly with small business owners, understand their unique challenges, and develop customized solutions that maximize their limited marketing budgets through strategic application of advanced digital technologies. Upon graduation, I faced the choice between pursuing traditional marketing positions that would provide immediate income and professional credibility, or building the specialized practice that my research had identified as a significant market opportunity. Carmen and most of my family members urged me to accept corporate positions that offered conventional career advancement paths, steady salaries, and the kind of professional legitimacy that could be easily explained during social interactions. Instead, I chose to work at Brew and Bean while developing my digital marketing expertise during evenings and weekends. The coffee shop position provided several strategic advantages that corporate employment could not offer. The flexible scheduling allowed me to serve clients across multiple time zones and accommodate businesses that needed marketing support outside standard office hours. The location in downtown Portland provided daily interaction with entrepreneurs and business owners who were actively seeking marketing solutions. Most importantly, the reduced income forced me to maintain extremely low overhead costs while reinvesting every dollar of freelance revenue into professional development and advanced technology tools. My first freelance client was Maria Santos, who owned a small Mexican restaurant 2 blocks from Brew and Bean. Maria had been struggling to compete with chain restaurants that had larger advertising budgets and established brand recognition. But she served authentic cuisine that consistently earned enthusiastic reviews from customers who discovered her location through word-of-mouth recommendations. Her challenge was attracting new customers who were unaware of her restaurant's existence and quality. Traditional marketing approaches would have required significant budget allocation for print advertising, radio sponsorships, or direct mail campaigns that provided limited targeting capabilities and minimal performance measurement. Instead, I developed a comprehensive digital strategy that leveraged social media platforms, local search optimization, and customer review management to increase her visibility among potential customers who were actively searching for dining options in her area. The initial campaign involved creating professionally managed social media profiles that showcased her authentic cuisine through high-quality photography and engaging content that highlighted the cultural traditions and personal stories behind her recipes. Local search engine optimization ensured that her restaurant appeared prominently when potential customers searched for Mexican food, authentic cuisine, or dining recommendations in downtown Portland. Customer review management encouraged satisfied diners to share their experiences on platforms that influenced other consumers' dining decisions. Within 3 months, Maria's restaurant experienced a 47% increase in new customer visits, a 32% improvement in average customer spending, and consistently positive online reviews that enhanced her reputation throughout the local dining community. The measurable results demonstrated that sophisticated digital marketing strategies could generate substantial business growth for small enterprises when implemented by specialists who understood both the technical requirements and the unique challenges that independent businesses faced in competitive markets. The success with Maria's restaurant provided credibility for developing additional client relationships with businesses that needed similar solutions. A local yoga studio needed membership growth strategies that could compete with national fitness chains. An independent bookstore required e-commerce capabilities and inventory management integration. A professional photography studio needed automated lead generation systems and client relationship management tools. Each project required customized approaches that combined technical implementation with strategic thinking about market positioning, competitive differentiation, and sustainable growth methodologies. The work demanded expertise in multiple digital platforms, advanced software tools, and emerging technologies that traditional marketing agencies either did not offer or charged premium rates to implement for established corporate clients. My investment in professional development during this period was systematic and substantial. I completed advanced certification programs in Google Analytics, Facebook advertising, marketing automation platforms, and search engine optimization techniques. I attended industry conferences, participated in online training programs, and maintained subscriptions to premium software tools that provided capabilities far beyond what most small businesses could access independently. The financial investment required careful budget management and delayed gratification that friends and family members often interpreted as evidence that my approach was financially unsustainable. Carmen frequently reminded me that my education expenses, software subscriptions, and conference attendance were consuming most of my freelance income, leaving me with net earnings that were substantially lower than what traditional employment would provide immediately. However, this investment strategy was creating competitive advantages that would eventually distinguish my services from conventional offerings in ways that justified premium pricing and generated exceptional client loyalty. The advanced certifications provided expertise that most local agencies lacked. The premium software tools enabled service delivery that exceeded client expectations while maintaining operational efficiency. The industry conference participation provided early access to emerging platforms and strategies that would become standard practices within 12 to 18 months. Most importantly, the systematic skill development was creating comprehensive expertise that could address virtually any digital marketing challenge that small and medium-sized businesses encountered. Unlike traditional agencies that specialized in specific services or industry sectors, I was developing the ability to provide integrated solutions that addressed multiple aspects of business growth through coordinated digital strategies. During my second year of freelance practice development, I began recognizing patterns in client needs that suggested opportunities for developing standardized service packages that could be delivered efficiently while maintaining customization that addressed each business's unique requirements. Restaurant owners needed similar social media management approaches but required different content strategies based on their cuisine types and target demographics. Professional services firms needed comparable lead generation systems but required distinct messaging approaches based on their expertise areas and client relationship models. This recognition led to the development of modular service frameworks that combined standardized technical implementation with customized strategic approaches. The methodology enabled rapid deployment of sophisticated marketing systems while maintaining the personalized attention that small business owners valued and traditional agencies could not provide due to their standardized processes and minimum engagement requirements. By the end of my second year, my freelance practice was generating monthly revenue that exceeded what most traditional marketing positions offered, while providing professional fulfillment and creative autonomy that corporate employment could not deliver. The client portfolio included 17 active accounts across diverse industry sectors, with consistent month-over-month growth in both revenue and service scope expansion. However, the business remained essentially a solo practice that required my direct involvement in all client relationships, technical implementation, and strategic development. The growth trajectory was limited by time constraints and the complexity of managing multiple client accounts while maintaining the quality standards that had generated initial success and referral opportunities. The conversation with Carmen in the Brew and Bean break room occurred precisely at the moment when I was preparing to transition from freelance practitioner to business owner, from individual service provider to agency founder. The timing of her criticism was particularly ironic because she was dismissing my coffee shop employment just as I was preparing to resign from the position to focus entirely on building the digital marketing practice that would eventually exceed her corporate achievements in both financial success and professional autonomy. Her inability to recognize the strategic foundation of my choices, the systematic skill development I had pursued, and the market opportunities one had identified through direct engagement with the small business community revealed the limitations of conventional thinking about career development and professional success. Carmen evaluated my circumstances based on visible markers of traditional achievement while remaining completely unaware of the competitive advantages I had developed and the growth trajectory I was positioned to achieve. The minimum wage employment that she mocked had provided market research, client development, and strategic positioning that would prove far more valuable than the corporate salary and professional credibility that she believed represented superior career management. The unconventional path that appeared risky and impractical to family members who prioritized immediate security was actually the foundation for building sustainable competitive advantages that traditional career approaches could not provide. Carmen's dismissal that Thursday evening became the catalyst for accelerating my transition from freelance practitioner to agency owner, from defensive explanations of my choices to confident execution of strategies that would demonstrate the superior outcomes that result from strategic thinking, systematic preparation, and willingness to pursue opportunities that others cannot recognize or appreciate. The revelation that transformed my understanding of competitive strategy occurred during a Tuesday morning shift in December, 6 weeks after Carmen's dismissive assessment of my career trajectory. I was preparing the morning coffee service when Marcus Chen, the founder of Portland Digital Solutions, entered Brew and Bean carrying a laptop bag and the expression of someone facing deadline pressure that threatened both professional reputation and financial stability. Marcus had become a regular customer during his company's most challenging period, when client demands exceeded their technical capabilities and traditional marketing approaches were failing to generate the growth results that their service agreements had promised. His agency employed 12 full-time staff members, maintained downtown office space, and charged premium rates for digital marketing services that were becoming increasingly ineffective as platforms evolved and client expectations grew more sophisticated. During previous interactions, Marcus had mentioned struggling with social media algorithm changes that were reducing organic reach for client content, automated advertising campaigns that were generating clicks without conversions, and reporting systems that tracked activity metrics rather than actual business outcomes. His frustration was evident as he attempted to maintain client relationships while acknowledging privately that his team lacked the specialized expertise necessary to adapt their methodologies to emerging platform requirements and advanced optimization technique. That December morning, Marcus was scheduled to present quarterly performance results to his largest client, Cascade Financial Services, whose contract represented 37% of Portland Digital Solutions' annual revenue. The presentation material spread across his laptop screen revealed metrics that would demonstrate technical activity without showing meaningful business impact, performance statistics that satisfied contract requirements without advancing client growth objectives, and strategic recommendations that prioritized safe approaches over innovative solutions that could generate exceptional results. As I prepared his usual order, I observed him reviewing presentation slides that emphasized impression counts, engagement rates, and content publication schedules while avoiding analysis of lead generation effectiveness, customer acquisition costs, and revenue attribution that would reveal the actual impact of their marketing investment. The disconnect between reported activity and meaningful business outcomes represented exactly the kind of superficial service delivery that created opportunities for specialized practitioners who could demonstrate measurable results through advanced technical implementation and strategic optimization. Marcus's situation illustrated a fundamental challenge that affected most traditional digital marketing agencies. Their business models required maintaining large staff teams and expensive office facilities, which necessitated charging substantial monthly retainer fees that were justified through comprehensive service packages rather than results-driven performance. This structure created pressure to deliver extensive activity rather than focusing exclusively on strategies that generated measurable business growth for client organizations. The constraint forced agencies to prioritize services that could be standardized across multiple client accounts, implemented efficiently by junior staff members, and reported through metrics that demonstrated consistent activity rather than exceptional outcomes. Social media content creation, basic advertising campaign management, and standard reporting could be delivered reliably while maintaining profit margins, but these approaches rarely generated the competitive advantages or breakthrough results that small businesses needed to thrive in increasingly complex digital marketing environments. During the following weeks, I began observing similar patterns among other marketing professionals who frequented Brew and Bean during their client meetings, project planning sessions, and crisis management discussions. The conversations revealed systemic industry challenges that created significant opportunities for specialists who could address client needs that traditional agencies either could not serve effectively or considered too risky to pursue with established accounts. Jennifer Walsh, who managed the digital marketing division at Henderson Marketing Solutions where Carmen worked, regularly conducted client consultation meetings at the coffee shop's corner table during afternoon hours. Her discussions with prospective clients revealed that Henderson's service offerings were designed primarily for large corporations with substantial marketing budgets, standardized implementation timelines, and conservative risk tolerance that prioritized predictable outcomes over innovative experimentation. Small business owners who attended these consultations consistently expressed frustration with minimum contract requirements, service packages that included capabilities they did not need, and pricing structures that allocated significant budget to overhead costs rather than direct marketing investment. Jennifer's responses emphasized Henderson's established procedures, proven methodologies, and risk management approaches that protected both the agency and client from potential campaign failures or unexpected platform changes. The conversations demonstrated that traditional agencies were systematically excluding precisely the market segment that represented the greatest growth opportunity for digital marketing specialists. Small and medium-sized businesses needed sophisticated marketing strategies but required flexible engagement terms, customized service delivery, and pricing structures that aligned compensation with demonstrated results rather than predetermined activity schedules. During my lunch breaks, I began conducting informal research by engaging these business owners in conversations about their marketing challenges, budget constraints, and growth objectives. The discussions revealed consistent patterns that suggested significant market opportunities for practitioners who could address their specific needs through specialized approaches that traditional agencies could not provide due to their operational constraints and business model limitations. Restaurant owners needed social media management that showcased their cuisine authentically while optimizing local search visibility and customer review generation. However, traditional agencies offered standardized content creation services that failed to capture the unique cultural elements and personal stories that distinguished independent establishments from chain competitors. The standard approaches generated adequate social media activity without creating the emotional connections and community engagement that drove customer loyalty and word-of-mouth referrals. Professional services firms needed lead generation systems that demonstrated their expertise while automating initial client qualification and relationship development processes. Traditional agencies provided website development and basic advertising campaign management but lacked the technical expertise to implement sophisticated marketing automation systems, customer relationship management integration, and advanced analytics that could optimize conversion rates and client acquisition costs. Retail businesses needed e-commerce optimization, inventory management integration, and omni-channel marketing strategies that connected online and offline customer experiences seamlessly. However, traditional agencies focused on individual marketing channels rather than developing integrated systems that maximized customer lifetime value through coordinated touchpoint management and personalized communication strategies. The research revealed that these businesses were willing to invest significantly in marketing solutions that could demonstrate measurable returns on investment, but they were frustrated by agencies that prioritized activity metrics over business outcomes, required long-term contracts that limited flexibility, and charged for services that did not directly contribute to revenue generation or customer acquisition objectives. Most importantly, the conversations demonstrated that small business owners valued direct access to marketing specialists who understood their unique challenges, responded quickly to changing market conditions, and maintained personal investment in their success rather than treating their accounts as standardized service delivery opportunities managed by junior staff members following predetermined procedures. This market intelligence suggested that a specialized digital marketing practice could serve these clients profitably by focusing exclusively on results-driven strategies, maintaining operational efficiency through advanced technology tools, and developing expertise in emerging platforms and optimization techniques that traditional agencies either avoided or implemented ineffectively due to their standardized methodologies and risk-averse organizational cultures. The competitive advantage would emerge from combining technical expertise with personalized service delivery, strategic thinking with operational efficiency, and innovative approaches with measurable accountability. Traditional agencies could not match this combination due to their overhead structures, standardized processes, and client management approaches that prioritize scalability over customization and consistency over optimization. During January and February, I began developing systematic approaches for serving this market segment through service frameworks that addressed their specific needs while maintaining operational efficiency that enabled competitive pricing and superior profit margins. The methodology involved creating modular service packages that combined standardized technical implementation with customized strategic development, automated delivery systems with personalized client communication, and proven optimization techniques with innovative experimentation that pushed performance boundaries. The restaurant services framework included social media management that emphasized authentic storytelling, local search optimization that maximized visibility during peak dining hours, customer review management that encouraged positive testimonials while addressing concerns proactively, and promotional campaign development that drove traffic during slow periods while building long-term brand loyalty through community engagement initiatives. The professional services framework included website optimization that demonstrated expertise through educational content, lead generation systems that qualified prospects through automated consultation scheduling, customer relationship management that tracked interaction history and communication preferences, and thought leadership development that positioned clients as industry experts through strategic content creation and distribution strategies. The retail services framework included e-commerce optimization that maximized conversion rates through user experience improvements, inventory management integration that synchronized online and offline sales channels, customer data analysis that identified purchasing patterns and lifetime value opportunities, and loyalty program development that encouraged repeat purchases through personalized rewards and communication strategies. Each framework was designed to deliver measurable business outcomes rather than activity metrics, demonstrate return on investment through revenue attribution and customer acquisition tracking, and provide ongoing optimization that continuously improve performance rather than maintaining static campaign approaches that became less effective over time as market conditions and platform algorithms evolved. The systematic development of these capabilities required substantial investment in advanced software tools, professional certification programs, and emerging platform expertise that most traditional agencies avoided due to implementation complexity and learning curve requirements. However, this investment created competitive differentiation that justified premium pricing while enabling service delivery that exceeded client expectations consistently. During March, I began testing these frameworks with existing freelance clients who had expressed interest in expanding their marketing investment if they could achieve better results than their previous agency relationships had provided. The initial implementations generated performance improvements that exceeded both client expectations and my projected outcomes, demonstrating that the strategic approach was not only viable but capable of producing exceptional results that traditional agencies could not match. Maria Santos, whose restaurant had been my first freelance client, agreed to participate in testing the comprehensive restaurant services framework. The previous year's social media management and local search optimization had generated consistent customer growth, but she wanted to expand her marketing investment to include promotional campaigns, customer loyalty programs, and community engagement. Initiatives that could establish her restaurant as a cultural destination rather than simply a dining option. The expanded framework implementation included social media storytelling that highlighted the cultural traditions behind her family recipes, community event partnerships that positioned her restaurant as a gathering place for cultural celebrations, customer loyalty programs that rewarded frequent diners with exclusive menu previews and special occasion recognition, and promotional campaigns that drove traffic during traditionally slow periods while introducing new menu items and seasonal specialties. Within 6 weeks, the comprehensive approach generated a 63% increase in average customer spending, a 48% improvement in customer retention rates, and community recognition that attracted food bloggers, local media coverage, and tourism recommendations that expanded her customer base beyond the immediate neighborhood demographics. The measurable results demonstrated that integrated marketing strategies could transform small businesses into community institutions. When implemented by specialists who understood both technical optimization and cultural authenticity, the success provided credibility for expanding the testing program to include clients across different industry sectors, each presenting unique challenges that required customized applications of the systematic frameworks I had developed. A yoga studio needed membership growth strategies that competed effectively with national fitness chains while maintaining the personal attention and community atmosphere that distinguished independent wellness businesses. The framework implementation included content marketing that educated potential members about yoga benefits, automated trial class scheduling that simplified the initial experience, member retention programs that recognized practice milestones, and community participation and partnership development with complementary health and wellness businesses that expanded referral opportunities. A local bookstore needed e-commerce capabilities that could compete with online retailers while emphasizing the personalized recommendations and community connections that independent bookstores provided uniquely. The framework implementation included website optimization that showcased staff recommendations and author event information, inventory management systems that synchronized online and physical store availability, customer relationship management that tracked reading preferences and purchase history, and community engagement programs that positioned the bookstore as a cultural hub through reading groups, author presentations, and literary events. Each implementation generated measurable improvements that exceeded traditional agency results while requiring significantly less time and resource investment than conventional approaches demanded. The efficiency emerged from systematic methodology development, advanced technology utilization, and strategic focus on activities that directly impacted client business objectives rather than generating activity for reporting purposes. The consistent success across diverse industry sectors demonstrated that the competitive advantages I had developed were not dependent on specific market conditions or client characteristics, but rather resulted from fundamental differences in strategic thinking, technical implementation, and service delivery approaches that distinguished specialized practice from traditional agency methodologies. By April, the evidence was overwhelming that the market opportunity one had identified through systematic observation and research represented a sustainable foundation for building a digital marketing practice that could exceed traditional agency performance while maintaining operational flexibility and financial efficiency that corporate employment could never provide. Carmen's assessment of my coffee shop employment as evidence of poor career judgment was becoming increasingly irrelevant as the intelligence gathering and market research I had conducted during those shifts revealed opportunities that traditional marketing professionals could not recognize due to their institutional perspectives and standardized approaches to client service and business development. The decision to transition from freelance practitioner to agency owner required systematic preparation that extended far beyond simply acquiring additional clients or expanding service offerings. During the early months of spring, while Carmen continued working within the structured environment of Henderson Marketing Solutions, I was methodically building the operational infrastructure, technical capabilities, and strategic partnerships that would enable sustainable business growth and competitive differentiation in an increasingly complex digital marketing landscape. The transformation demanded comprehensive understanding of business operations that my freelance practice had not required. Managing individual client relationships through personal service delivery was fundamentally different from establishing systematic processes that could maintain quality standards while scaling to accommodate multiple client accounts, diverse service requirements, and expanding team capabilities. The challenge required developing operational frameworks that preserved the personalized attention and innovative approaches that distinguished my services while creating efficiency and consistency that could support substantial growth. My first strategic initiative involved establishing legal and financial structures that would protect both my personal assets and client relationships while providing flexibility for future expansion opportunities. The decision to incorporate Elena Vasquez Digital Marketing Solutions as a limited liability company required consultation with business attorneys who specialized in service-based enterprises, accountants who understood digital marketing industry practices, and insurance providers who could assess the unique risks associated with comprehensive online marketing management for diverse client portfolios. The legal framework development revealed complexities that most freelance practitioners never encountered until their informal business arrangements created liability exposure or growth limitations that threatened both their personal financial security and their ability to serve clients effectively. Contract structures needed to address intellectual property ownership, performance measurement criteria, termination procedures, and dispute resolution mechanisms that protected all parties while maintaining the flexibility and responsiveness that small business clients valued most highly. Financial systems required integration between client billing procedures, expense tracking mechanisms, tax planning strategies, and cash flow management approaches that could accommodate the irregular payment schedules and seasonal revenue fluctuations that characterized small business marketing budgets. The complexity demanded professional-grade accounting software, automated invoicing systems, and financial reporting capabilities that provided real-time visibility into business performance while ensuring compliance with regulatory requirements and tax obligations. Insurance considerations included professional liability protection for marketing advice and implementation services, technology errors and omissions coverage for software-related client services, cyber liability protection for customer data management, and general business insurance for equipment, office space, and operational interruptions. The comprehensive protection required working with insurance professionals who understood digital marketing industry risks and could customize coverage that addressed specific vulnerabilities without excessive premium costs that would impact competitive pricing strategies. Simultaneously, I was investing substantial resources in advanced technology infrastructure that would enable service delivery capabilities far beyond what traditional agencies could provide within comparable budget constraints. The technology stack development required careful evaluation of software platforms, automation tools, analytics systems, and integration capabilities that could support sophisticated marketing strategies while maintaining operational efficiency and cost-effectiveness. Customer relationship management systems needed to accommodate detailed client interaction tracking, project management workflows, performance monitoring dashboards, and communication automation that could maintain personalized client relationships while supporting multiple account managers and service delivery specialists. The platform selection required balancing advanced functionality with user experience considerations that would enable team members to work efficiently without extensive training requirements or operational complexity that could impact service quality. Marketing automation tools required integration capabilities that could connect email marketing platforms, social media management systems, advertising campaign interfaces, and analytics reporting tools through unified dashboards that provided comprehensive campaign visibility and optimization opportunities. The automation development demanded expertise in multiple software platforms, API integration procedures, and workflow design principles that could maximize efficiency while maintaining customization capabilities for diverse client requirements. Analytics and reporting systems required capabilities that could aggregate data from multiple marketing channels, attribute results to specific campaigns and tactics, calculate return on investment metrics that aligned with client business objectives, and generate automated reports that demonstrated measurable progress toward defined growth targets. The analytics infrastructure needed to provide both high-level strategic insights for client presentations and detailed operational data for ongoing optimization and tactical adjustments. Content management and creation tools required capabilities that could support diverse content types, maintain brand consistency across multiple client accounts, streamline approval processes for time-sensitive campaigns, and integrate with social media publishing systems, website management platforms, and email marketing automation. The content infrastructure needed to balance efficiency with quality control while accommodating the creative requirements and brand standards that distinguished each client's marketing approach. The technology implementation required substantial financial investment that exceeded what most startup businesses could sustain during their initial development phase. However, the advanced capabilities would enable service delivery that justified premium pricing while providing competitive advantages that traditional agencies could not match without similar infrastructure investments and technical expertise. Development that would require months of preparation and substantial organizational changes. Professional development during this period involved comprehensive certification programs that established expertise in emerging platforms and advanced optimization techniques that would distinguish my services from conventional agency offerings. The education investment included Google Analytics certification for advanced data analysis and reporting capabilities, Facebook Blueprint certification for sophisticated advertising campaign management and audience targeting strategies, HubSpot certification for marketing automation and customer relationship management integration, and Hootsuite certification for comprehensive social media management and performance optimization. Each certification program required substantial time commitment and demonstrated competency through comprehensive examinations that validated practical knowledge rather than theoretical understanding. The credentials provided professional credibility with potential clients while ensuring that my technical capabilities remained current with rapidly evolving platform requirements and optimization opportunities that could impact campaign effectiveness and client results. Industry conference participation provided early access to emerging trends, networking opportunities with platform representatives and industry leaders, and educational sessions that addressed advanced strategies and technical developments that would influence digital marketing practices during the following 12 to 18 months. The conference investment included Social Media Marketing World for comprehensive platform updates and strategic insights, Content Marketing Conference for advanced content creation and distribution strategies, and Digital Marketing Summit for integrated campaign management and performance optimization techniques. The networking opportunities enabled relationship development with software vendors, platform representatives, and industry specialists who could provide technical support, early platform access, and collaborative opportunities that would enhance service delivery capabilities while reducing implementation costs and development timeframes. These relationships proved essential for maintaining competitive advantages as platforms evolved and new opportunities emerged within the rapidly changing digital marketing landscape. Market research during this preparation phase involved systematic analysis of competitor pricing structures, service offerings, client satisfaction levels, and operational approaches that could inform strategic positioning and competitive differentiation strategies. The research required analyzing websites, marketing materials, client testimonials, and case studies from established agencies while conducting informal interviews with business owners who had experience with traditional digital marketing services. The competitive analysis revealed consistent patterns in how traditional agencies structured their services, priced their offerings, and managed client relationships that created opportunities for differentiation through alternative approaches that could provide superior value propositions for small and medium-sized businesses. Most agencies required minimum contract terms that locked clients into service relationships regardless of performance outcomes, charged based on activity levels rather than results achievement, and provided standardized reporting that emphasized metrics rather than business impact measurement. Pricing research demonstrated that traditional agencies typically charged monthly retainer fees that ranged from $1,500 to $5,000 depending on service scope, with additional charges for advertising spend management, content creation, and technical implementation services. The pricing structures were designed to cover substantial overhead costs including office rent, full-time staff salaries, benefits packages, and administrative expenses that were necessary for traditional business operations but did not directly contribute to client results or service quality. The research revealed opportunities for providing superior service quality at competitive prices by maintaining lower overhead costs, focusing exclusively on results-driven activities, and developing operational efficiency through advanced technology, utilization, and systematic process optimization. The alternative approach could generate higher profit margins while providing better value for clients through more personalized attention, faster response times, and greater flexibility in adapting strategies based on performance data and changing market conditions. Client acquisition strategy development required establishing systematic approaches for identifying qualified prospects, demonstrating service capabilities through compelling presentations and case studies, and converting consultations into signed contracts through proposals that addressed specific business challenges with customized solutions. The strategy needed to balance efficiency with personalization while maintaining the authentic relationships that distinguished specialized practitioners from traditional agency sales processes. Referral program development involved creating incentive structures that encouraged existing clients to recommend services to their business networks while ensuring that referral quality remained high and new client relationships started with appropriate expectations and clear success criteria. The program design required balancing referral rewards with service quality maintenance while developing systematic approaches for managing referral relationships and conversion processes. Content marketing strategy involved developing educational resources, case studies, and thought leadership content that could demonstrate expertise while attracting potential clients who were researching digital marketing solutions independently. The content development required substantial time investment in creating valuable resources that addressed common challenges and provided actionable insights that could establish credibility and generate consultation requests from qualified prospects. Partnership development involved identifying complementary service providers who could refer clients needing digital marketing services while providing referral opportunities for services that were outside my expertise areas but within client needs. Potential partners included web design agencies, graphic designers, business consultants, accounting firms, and legal professionals who worked with small businesses and could benefit from strategic relationships with marketing specialists. By late spring, the systematic preparation had established operational infrastructure, technical capabilities, professional credentials, and strategic partnerships that provided a foundation for sustainable business growth and competitive differentiation. The investment had required substantial financial resources, extensive time commitment, and consistent focus on long-term strategic objectives rather than immediate revenue generation or lifestyle improvements. However, the preparation phase had created competitive advantages that would enable service delivery capabilities far beyond what traditional agencies could provide while maintaining operational efficiency and pricing flexibility that could accommodate diverse client budgets and requirements. The infrastructure would support substantial growth while preserving the personalized attention and innovative approaches that had generated exceptional results during the freelance practice development phase. Carmen's assessment of my career trajectory as evidence of poor judgment and unrealistic expectations was becoming increasingly disconnected from the reality of systematic business development and strategic preparation that was positioning me for transformation from individual service provider to business owner capable of competing effectively with established agencies while providing superior value propositions for the small business market segment that represented the greatest growth opportunity in digital marketing services. The minimum wage employment that she viewed as professional failure had provided market research, client development, and strategic positioning that traditional career paths could not offer, while the systematic preparation during the spring months had established capabilities and infrastructure that exceeded what most marketing agencies possessed after years of conventional business development and operational expansion. The opportunity that would transform my trajectory from systematic preparation to decisive action emerged during the first week of June, when Pacific Northwest Business Alliance announced their search for a digital marketing partner to manage a comprehensive economic development initiative designed to revitalize small business growth throughout the Portland metropolitan region. The project represented exactly the intersection of technical complexity, strategic scope, and social impact that required the specialized capabilities I had been developing while traditional agencies remained focused on conventional corporate clients and standardized service delivery approaches. The announcement arrived through the Portland Chamber of Commerce newsletter during a Tuesday morning when I was reviewing quarterly performance reports for my existing freelance clients before beginning my final week of shifts at Brew and Bean. The initiative, formally designated as the Small Business Digital Transformation Project, sought to provide sophisticated marketing support for 100 locally owned enterprises across diverse industry sectors, with particular emphasis on restaurants, retail establishments, professional services, and cultural organizations that formed the economic foundation of Portland's distinctive community character. The project specifications required comprehensive digital marketing services including website optimization, social media management, search engine marketing, customer relationship management system implementation, and performance analytics reporting that would demonstrate measurable business growth and economic impact throughout the participating communities. The scope demanded expertise in multiple technical platforms, strategic thinking about diverse business models, and operational capacity to manage complex client relationships while maintaining consistent service quality and measurable outcomes. Traditional agencies had submitted proposals that emphasized their established procedures, corporate client experience, and risk management approaches designed to minimize implementation challenges while ensuring predictable project completion within standard timeframes and budget parameters. However, the Pacific Northwest Business Alliance Evaluation Committee had identified significant concerns about whether conventional agency methodologies could address the unique requirements and resource constraints that characterized small business marketing needs. The primary challenge involved developing customized strategies for businesses with limited marketing budgets, diverse technical capabilities, and varying levels of digital platform experience while ensuring that all participants achieved meaningful growth results that justified their investment in the initiative. Traditional agencies proposed standardized service packages that could be implemented efficiently across multiple clients but failed to address the personalization requirements and innovative approaches that small businesses needed to compete effectively against larger competitors with substantial marketing resources. David Morrison, who served as the evaluation committee chairman and whom I recognized as a frequent customer during morning coffee rushes, had expressed frustration during Chamber of Commerce meetings about the disconnect between what established agencies offered and what small businesses actually required for sustainable growth in increasingly competitive digital marketing environments. His commentary suggested that the committee was seeking alternative approaches that could provide superior value while addressing the specific challenges that conventional proposals had not adequately considered. The opportunity represented a perfect convergence of the systematic preparation I had completed, the market research I had conducted, and the specialized expertise I had developed through direct engagement with small business owners who faced exactly the challenges that the initiative was designed to address. The project scope matched precisely the service frameworks I had created, the technology infrastructure I had implemented, and the results-driven approaches that had generated exceptional outcomes for my existing client portfolio. However, competing for a contract of this magnitude required transitioning from individual freelance practitioner to established business entity with demonstrated capacity to manage complex multi-client relationships while maintaining the personalized attention and innovative strategies that small businesses valued most highly. The proposal development process demanded comprehensive documentation of capabilities, systematic presentation of methodologies, and compelling demonstration of competitive advantages that distinguished my approach from traditional agency alternatives. The decision to pursue the Pacific Northwest Business Alliance contract required accelerating my transition from freelance practice to agency operations while developing proposal materials that could compete effectively against established firms with substantial resources, corporate credentials, and traditional marketing industry relationships. The challenge demanded strategic positioning that emphasized specialized expertise and superior outcomes rather than attempting to match the conventional presentations that larger agencies would submit. My competitive advantage emerged from intimate understanding of small business marketing challenges gained through 2 years of direct client engagement, systematic development of service frameworks specifically designed for this market segment, and implementation of technology infrastructure that could deliver sophisticated marketing solutions at operational costs that enabled competitive pricing while maintaining exceptional service quality. The combination of specialized expertise, operational efficiency, and demonstrated results provided differentiation that traditional agencies could not match without fundamental changes to their business models and service delivery approaches. The proposal development process required comprehensive documentation of my methodologies, technology capabilities, client success stories, and implementation approaches that could address the specific requirements outlined in the Pacific Northwest Business Alliance request for proposals. The document needed to demonstrate both technical competence and strategic thinking while presenting realistic timelines, accurate budget projections, and measurable success criteria that aligned with the initiative's economic development objectives. Service methodology documentation involved detailed explanation of the systematic frameworks I had developed for different industry sectors, including the customization approaches that addressed unique business requirements while maintaining operational efficiency through standardized technical implementation and proven optimization strategies. The methodology presentation needed to demonstrate both sophistication and accessibility, showing how advanced marketing techniques could be adapted for businesses with limited technical expertise and constrained marketing budgets. Technology infrastructure documentation required comprehensive description of the software platforms, automation tools, analytics systems, and integration capabilities that enabled sophisticated marketing management while maintaining cost-effectiveness and operational scalability. The technology presentation needed to emphasize competitive advantages that resulted from advanced platform utilization rather than simply listing available tools and capabilities that any agency could potentially access. Client success documentation involved developing detailed case studies that demonstrated measurable business outcomes achieved through specialized service delivery approaches, including specific performance metrics, timeline achievements, and Strategic innovations that had generated exceptional results for small business clients across diverse industry categories. The case studies needed to provide compelling evidence of capabilities while maintaining client confidentiality and presenting information that was relevant to the participating businesses in the Pacific Northwest Business Alliance initiative. Implementation timeline documentation required realistic project scheduling that could accommodate the complex coordination requirements of managing 100 client relationships simultaneously while ensuring that each business received personalized attention and customized strategy development appropriate to their specific growth objectives and market positioning challenges. The timeline needed to demonstrate both efficiency and thoroughness while addressing potential complications and contingency planning that could maintain project momentum despite inevitable challenges and unexpected developments. Budget proposal development involved strategic pricing that could provide exceptional value for the Pacific Northwest Business Alliance while ensuring sustainable profitability that would enable reinvestment in technology improvements, staff expansion, and capability development that could support long-term client relationships and continued innovation in service delivery approaches. The pricing structure needed to demonstrate cost-effectiveness compared to traditional agency alternatives, while justifying premium value through superior outcomes and personalized service delivery. The proposal preparation required 3 weeks of intensive development while maintaining existing client relationships and completing final shifts at Brew and Bean. The workload demanded extraordinary time management and systematic prioritization that balanced immediate responsibilities with strategic opportunity development. However, the potential impact of securing the contract justified the substantial investment of time and resources required for comprehensive proposal development. During the proposal development period, I conducted additional research into the specific businesses that would participate in the initiative, analyzing their current digital marketing approaches, identifying optimization opportunities, and developing preliminary strategy recommendations that could demonstrate immediate value while establishing foundation for long-term growth achievement. The research provided competitive intelligence that enabled customized proposal elements addressing specific challenges and opportunities that generic agency submissions could not address effectively. Market analysis revealed that many participating businesses had attempted digital marketing initiatives through traditional agencies or independent contractors but had achieved disappointing results due to standardized approaches that failed to address their unique competitive positioning requirements, limited budget constraints, or insufficient technical implementation that prevented optimal platform utilization and performance optimization. The analysis suggested significant opportunities for generating immediate improvements through specialized expertise and systematic optimization approaches. Competitive analysis of other proposal submissions, conducted through informal networking and industry intelligence gathering, revealed that established agencies were emphasizing their corporate credentials, standardized methodologies, and risk management approaches while failing to address the customization requirements and innovative strategies that small businesses needed for competitive differentiation and sustainable growth achievement. The competitive landscape suggested opportunities for differentiation through specialized focus and demonstrated expertise in small business marketing challenges. Partnership development during the proposal period involved establishing strategic relationships with complementary service providers who could support comprehensive project implementation while maintaining quality standards and operational efficiency. Potential partners included graphic designers specializing in small business branding, web developers with experience in e-commerce optimization, content creators familiar with local market dynamics, and analytics specialists who could provide advanced reporting and performance measurement capabilities. The partnership approach enabled proposal of comprehensive service delivery that exceeded what individual agencies could provide while maintaining cost-effectiveness through strategic resource allocation and collaborative expertise utilization. The partnerships also provided operational flexibility that could accommodate diverse client requirements and unexpected project complexities while ensuring consistent service quality and timely project completion. Team development planning involved establishing recruitment criteria and training methodologies that could enable rapid scaling of operational capacity while maintaining the specialized expertise and personalized service approaches that distinguished my methodology from traditional agency service delivery. The team development strategy required balancing efficiency with quality control while ensuring that new team members could contribute effectively to client success and organizational growth. Technology scaling planning involved identifying infrastructure improvements and additional platform capabilities that would be required to support 100 simultaneous client relationships while maintaining the advanced analytics, automation, efficiency, and customization flexibility that enabled superior service delivery. The scaling strategy required substantial technology investment while ensuring that operational improvements enhanced rather than compromised the competitive advantages that justified premium pricing and client loyalty. Client onboarding methodology development involved creating systematic approaches for efficiently integrating new clients into comprehensive service delivery while conducting thorough assessment of their current marketing status, competitive positioning challenges, and growth opportunity identification. The onboarding process needed to balance efficiency with personalization while establishing clear success criteria and communication protocols that would maintain client satisfaction throughout the project duration. Performance measurement framework development involved establishing comprehensive metrics and reporting systems that could demonstrate measurable business impact for individual clients while aggregating data that would validate the overall initiative success and economic development outcomes. The measurement framework needed to provide both operational insights for ongoing optimization and strategic reporting for stakeholder communication and future opportunity development. By the end of June, the comprehensive proposal submission represented culmination of systematic preparation, strategic positioning, and competitive differentiation that positioned Elena Vasquez Digital Marketing Solutions as the optimal choice for managing the Pacific Northwest Business Alliance Small Business Digital Transformation Project. The proposal demonstrated capabilities that exceeded traditional agency alternatives while providing cost-effectiveness and specialized expertise that could generate exceptional outcomes for participating businesses and measurable economic development impact throughout the Portland metropolitan region. The submission marked transition from individual freelance practitioner to business owner, competing successfully for major contracts through demonstrated expertise, strategic thinking, and operational capabilities that had been developed systematically during months of preparation that appeared inefficient to those who measured success through immediate visible outcomes rather than sustainable competitive advantage development and long-term strategic positioning achievement. The notification arrived at precisely 2:47 p.m. on a Thursday afternoon in early July, while I was conducting final quality assurance reviews for my existing client deliverables before transitioning to full-time focus on agency operations. The email from David Morrison, representing the Pacific Northwest Business Alliance Evaluation Committee, requested my presence at a finalist presentation meeting scheduled for the following Tuesday at the Portland Business Center downtown. The invitation indicated that Elena Vasquez Digital Marketing Solutions had been selected as one of 3 finalists for the Small Business Digital Transformation Project, alongside Henderson Marketing Solutions and Northwest Digital Partners, 2 established agencies with substantial corporate credentials and multi-year track records serving large regional clients. The opportunity represented validation of the strategic positioning and competitive differentiation that I had developed through systematic preparation and specialized expertise cultivation. However, the presentation requirement created unique challenges that demanded careful balance between demonstrating superior capabilities and maintaining operational security regarding the unconventional path that had enabled my competitive advantages. The evaluation committee expected professional presentations from established business entities with conventional credentials, corporate facilities, and standardized methodologies that could be explained through traditional agency frameworks and industry best practices. My competitive advantage emerged precisely from rejecting these conventional approaches in favor of specialized focus, operational efficiency, and results-driven methodologies that traditional agencies could not provide, due to their overhead structures and standardized processes. However, communicating these advantages required strategic presentation approaches that emphasized outcomes and capabilities rather than operational details that might raise questions about business structure, team composition, or facility arrangements that differed from conventional agency configurations. The presentation development process required comprehensive analysis of evaluation criteria, audience expectations, and competitive positioning that could maximize impact while maintaining focus on client value proposition and measurable outcomes, rather than internal operational characteristics that were irrelevant to service delivery quality and client success achievement. The strategic approach demanded thorough understanding of what the evaluation committee valued most highly and how my unique capabilities addressed their priorities more effectively than traditional agency alternatives. Evaluation criteria analysis revealed that the Pacific Northwest Business Alliance prioritized demonstrated results over corporate credentials, innovative approaches over standardized methodologies, and cost-effectiveness over prestigious agency relationships. The committee had expressed frustration with previous initiatives that emphasized activity metrics rather than business outcomes, required extensive administrative overhead that reduced direct client investment, and provided standardized services that failed to address unique challenges facing small businesses in competitive digital marketing environments. The criteria suggested that my specialized expertise and results-driven approach aligned perfectly with their priorities, while traditional agencies would struggle to differentiate themselves beyond corporate credibility and established procedures that had failed to generate satisfactory outcomes in previous similar initiatives. The strategic opportunity involved positioning my capabilities as superior solutions to identified problems rather than alternative approaches to conventional industry practices. Audience analysis indicated that evaluation committee members included small business owners who had experienced frustration with traditional marketing services, economic development professionals who prioritized measurable community impact, and business alliance representatives who needed justification for resource allocation decisions based on projected outcomes rather than provider reputation or conventional procurement preferences. The diverse perspectives required presentation approaches that addressed multiple stakeholder concerns while maintaining coherent messaging about competitive advantages and expected results. The presentation structure development required careful organization that could demonstrate comprehensive capabilities within time constraints while providing compelling evidence of superior outcomes and strategic thinking that distinguished my approach from conventional agency presentations. The format needed to balance technical expertise with accessible communication, detailed methodology with clear value proposition, and confident capability presentation with realistic project expectations and timeline projections. Opening strategy involved immediate establishment of credibility through specific case study presentation that demonstrated measurable business outcomes achieved for small business clients facing challenges similar to those anticipated in the Pacific Northwest. Business Alliance Initiative. The case study selection required businesses that had achieved exceptional growth through innovative digital marketing strategies while maintaining budget constraints and operational limitations that paralleled participating organizations in the proposed project. Maria Santos Restaurant Transformation provided compelling evidence of sophisticated marketing strategy implementation that had generated 63% revenue growth, 48% customer retention improvement, and community recognition that established her business as a cultural destination rather than simply another dining option. The results demonstrated capability to transform small businesses through strategic digital marketing while working within realistic budget parameters and timeline expectations. The yoga studio case study illustrated expertise in membership-based business models, demonstrating how integrated marketing strategies could compete effectively against national franchise operations while maintaining personalized service delivery and community engagement that distinguished independent businesses. The implementation had generated 42% membership growth, reduced customer acquisition costs by 31%, and established sustainable competitive advantages through authentic community positioning and innovative retention programs. Professional services case study documentation showed capability to develop lead generation systems and thought leadership positioning that enabled small professional firms to compete against larger corporate alternatives through specialized expertise demonstration and automated relationship development systems. The results included 57% increase in qualified consultation requests, 34% improvement in client conversion rates, and substantial enhancement of professional credibility through strategic content marketing and industry positioning initiatives. Methodology presentation required clear explanation of systematic approaches that enabled consistent exceptional outcomes while maintaining operational efficiency and cost-effectiveness that traditional agencies could not match. The framework presentation needed to demonstrate both sophistication and accessibility, showing how advanced marketing techniques could be adapted for businesses with limited technical expertise and constrained resources while generating measurable competitive advantages and sustainable growth results. The modular service framework explanation emphasized customization capabilities that addressed unique business requirements while maintaining standardized technical implementation that enabled operational efficiency and predictable outcomes. The approach demonstrated how specialized expertise could provide personalized attention typically available only through expensive boutique agencies while maintaining cost-effectiveness that made sophisticated marketing strategies accessible to small businesses with limited budgets. Technology infrastructure presentation focused on competitive advantages that resulted from advanced platform utilization, automation capabilities, and analytics integration that enabled superior service delivery while reducing operational costs and implementation timeframes. The technology discussion emphasized client benefits rather than technical specifications, showing how advanced tools translated into measurable business outcomes and enhanced strategic decision-making capabilities. Automation system explanation demonstrated how sophisticated workflow management could provide personalized client attention while maintaining operational efficiency that enabled competitive pricing and rapid response times. The automation presentation showed how technology enhanced rather than replaced human expertise, enabling team members to focus on strategic thinking and creative problem solving while systematic processes handled routine tasks and data management requirements. Analytics and reporting framework presentation emphasized comprehensive performance measurement that provided both strategic insights for ongoing optimization and clear documentation of return on investment that justified marketing expenditure and guided future resource allocation decisions. The analytics discussion demonstrated capability to track business impact rather than activity metrics, providing accountability and transparency that traditional agencies often avoided due to standardized reporting limitations. Competitive differentiation. Presentation required careful positioning that highlighted superior capabilities without directly criticizing traditional agency approaches or creating defensive responses from evaluation committee members who might have positive relationships with conventional providers. The differentiation strategy emphasized unique value propositions and specialized expertise rather than comparative analysis that could appear unprofessional or overly aggressive during formal presentation contexts. Specialized focus advantage involved demonstrating deep expertise in small business marketing challenges that resulted from systematic client engagement and continuous learning about evolving platform requirements and optimization opportunities. The specialization presentation showed how focused practice development had created capabilities that generalist agencies could not match without fundamental changes to their business models and service delivery approaches. Results-driven methodology. Advantage emphasized accountability and performance measurement that aligned compensation with client success rather than activity completion or contract fulfillment regardless of outcomes. The methodology presentation demonstrated commitment to client success that exceeded traditional agency relationships while providing transparency and measurable progress tracking that enabled informed decision-making and strategic optimization throughout project implementation. Operational efficiency advantage showed how streamlined processes and advanced technology utilization could provide superior service delivery while maintaining cost-effectiveness that enabled broader market access and enhanced value propositions. The efficiency presentation demonstrated how systematic optimization could benefit clients through faster implementation, more responsive service, and greater resource allocation toward direct marketing investment rather than administrative overhead. Innovation capability advantage involved presenting examples of creative problem-solving and strategic thinking that had generated exceptional outcomes through unconventional approaches tailored to specific client challenges and market opportunities. The innovation presentation showed willingness to experiment with emerging platforms and optimization techniques while maintaining accountability for results and systematic evaluation of strategy effectiveness. Financial proposal presentation required strategic pricing that demonstrated exceptional value while ensuring sustainable profitability and operational capacity to deliver comprehensive services throughout the project duration. The pricing structure needed to show cost-effectiveness compared to traditional agency alternatives while justifying investment through projected outcomes and enhanced service delivery approaches that would generate superior return on investment for participating businesses. Value demonstration involved comprehensive comparison of expected outcomes based on demonstrated results with existing clients, showing how specialized expertise and systematic approaches could generate business growth that exceeded traditional marketing investment returns while providing measurable economic development impact throughout participating communities. The value presentation required realistic projections based on actual performance data while communicating confidence in capability to deliver exceptional results. Timeline presentation involved realistic project scheduling that could accommodate complex coordination requirements while ensuring adequate attention to individual client needs and customized strategy development. The timeline demonstration needed to show both efficiency and thoroughness while addressing potential challenges and contingency planning that could maintain project momentum despite inevitable complications and unexpected developments. Team capability presentation required careful explanation of operational structure that could support comprehensive service delivery while maintaining the specialized expertise and personalized attention that distinguished my approach from traditional agency methodologies. The team presentation needed to demonstrate adequate capacity without revealing operational details that might raise questions about business structure or facility arrangements that differed from conventional expectations. Quality assurance framework presentation showed systematic approaches for maintaining consistent service standards while accommodating diverse client requirements and ensuring that all participating businesses achieved meaningful results regardless of their starting position or technical capabilities. The quality presentation demonstrated both accountability and flexibility while providing confidence in successful project completion and measurable outcome achievement. Client communication methodology presentation emphasized transparent reporting, responsive service delivery, and collaborative relationship development that would ensure participating businesses remained engaged and informed throughout the project implementation process. The communication presentation showed commitment to client success through systematic feedback collection, performance monitoring, and strategic adjustment capabilities that could optimize results based on real-time data and changing market conditions. The comprehensive presentation preparation required integration of technical expertise, strategic thinking, competitive positioning, and professional communication that could demonstrate superior capabilities while maintaining credibility and confidence that would justify selection over established agency alternatives. The development process demanded careful balance between showcasing innovative approaches and meeting conventional expectations for professional service provider presentations in formal business contexts. By the Monday evening before the Tuesday presentation, the systematic preparation had created compelling documentation of capabilities, methodology, competitive advantages, and expected outcomes that positioned Elena Vasquez Digital Marketing Solutions as the optimal choice for the Pacific Northwest Business Alliance initiative. The presentation materials demonstrated specialized expertise and results-driven approaches that addressed evaluation criteria more effectively than traditional agency alternatives while maintaining professional credibility and realistic expectations for successful project completion and measurable economic development impact. The presentation room at the Portland Business Center commanded impressive views of the Willamette River and downtown skyline, with floor-to-ceiling windows that filtered morning sunlight across polished conference tables where 7 evaluation committee members had assembled to assess final proposals for the Small Business Digital Transformation Project. The setting reflected the significance of the contract award, with formal business protocols and professional atmosphere that emphasized the importance of this decision for both the Pacific Northwest Business Alliance and the participating small businesses whose growth prospects would depend on selecting the most capable service provider. David Morrison occupied the head position at the conference table, flanked by economic development coordinators, small business representatives, and alliance board members whose collective expertise would determine which agency received authorization to manage the comprehensive initiative. Their expressions conveyed serious consideration of proposals while maintaining professional neutrality that characterized formal procurement processes where objective evaluation criteria would determine selection outcomes rather than personal preferences or established business relationships. Henderson Marketing Solutions had presented first, delivering a polished presentation that emphasized their corporate credentials, established client roster, and standardized methodologies that had generated predictable outcomes for large regional businesses over their 15-year operational history. Carmen had participated in the presentation as Regional Account Coordinator, highlighting their traditional media expertise and comprehensive service packages that could accommodate diverse client requirements through proven industry practices and risk management approaches. Northwest Digital Partners had followed with their presentation, focusing on their technology infrastructure capabilities, corporate client case studies, and systematic project management approaches that ensured consistent service delivery across multiple simultaneous engagements. Their emphasis had centered on operational reliability and established procedures that could manage complex multi-client relationships while maintaining quality standards through standardized implementation protocols and comprehensive reporting systems. Both presentations had followed conventional agency formats that prioritized organizational credentials over innovative approaches, emphasizing stability and predictability rather than exceptional outcomes or specialized expertise that could address unique challenges facing small businesses in competitive digital marketing environments. The committee members had listened attentively while maintaining professional demeanor that provided minimal indication of their reactions to the traditional presentations and standardized methodologies that characterized established agency approaches. When my presentation opportunity arrived, the atmosphere in the conference room shifted subtly as I introduced Elena Vasquez Digital Marketing Solutions through immediate focus on measurable client outcomes rather than corporate credentials or operational procedures. The opening case study presentation captured attention through specific business transformation results that demonstrated capability to generate exceptional growth for small enterprises facing challenges identical to those anticipated in the Alliance initiative. The Maria Santos restaurant case study provided compelling evidence of sophisticated strategy implementation that had transformed a struggling independent establishment into a recognized cultural destination through innovative digital marketing approaches that traditional agencies had not recommended due to their complexity and departure from standardized industry practices. The 63% revenue growth and 48% customer retention improvement represented measurable outcomes that exceeded typical agency results while working within constrained budget parameters that characterized small business marketing investments. Committee member engagement became visibly apparent as I presented additional case studies that demonstrated consistent capability to generate exceptional business outcomes across diverse industry sectors through specialized expertise and results-driven methodologies. The yoga studio transformation illustrated expertise in membership-based business models and competitive positioning against national franchise operations. The professional services firm case study showed capability to develop automated lead generation systems and thought leadership positioning that enabled small firms to compete against larger corporate alternatives. The systematic presentation of methodology frameworks revealed operational approaches that addressed specific concerns committee members had expressed regarding traditional agency limitations and standardized service delivery that failed to accommodate unique small business requirements. The modular service structure demonstrated capability to provide customized solutions while maintaining operational efficiency that enabled competitive pricing and superior resource allocation toward direct marketing investment rather than administrative overhead. Technology infrastructure presentation generated particular interest as committee members recognized advanced platform capabilities and automation systems that exceeded what traditional agencies typically provided for small business clients. The comprehensive analytics and reporting framework addressed accountability concerns that had characterized previous initiative experiences where activity metrics had been emphasized over actual business impact measurement and return on investment documentation. David Morrison's questions focused intensively on implementation capacity and quality assurance approaches that could ensure consistent exceptional outcomes across 100 simultaneous client relationships while maintaining personalized attention. And strategic customization that distinguished specialized service delivery from standardized agency methodologies. His inquiries revealed deep understanding of project complexity and appreciation for operational challenges that would determine initiative success or failure. Economic Development Coordinator Sarah Chen explored financial projections and economic impact measurement approaches that could demonstrate community-wide benefits and justify resource allocation for similar future initiatives. Her analytical focus indicated committee interest in establishing sustainable frameworks for ongoing small business support rather than simply completing isolated project implementations that generated temporary improvements without long-term competitive advantage development. Small business representative Michael Torres questioned client communication protocols and collaborative relationship management approaches that would ensure participating businesses remained engaged and informed throughout implementation processes, while receiving adequate support for adapting to new marketing strategies and technology platform utilization. His concerns reflected practical understanding of small business operational constraints and change management challenges that could impact project success regardless of technical capability or strategic sophistication. Alliance Board Member Jennifer Walsh examined competitive differentiation strategies and innovation capabilities that could enable participating businesses to achieve sustainable advantages rather than temporary performance improvements that might diminish over time. As competitors adopted similar approaches or market conditions evolved to reduce strategy effectiveness. Her strategic perspective emphasized long-term value creation and competitive positioning that would generate lasting benefits for participating organizations. The questioning session extended beyond scheduled timeframes as committee members explored technical capabilities, strategic thinking, and operational approaches with intensity that demonstrated genuine interest in understanding how specialized expertise could address identified shortcomings in previous traditional agency relationships. The detailed examination provided opportunities to demonstrate comprehensive understanding of small business challenges while articulating specific solutions that traditional agencies could not provide due to their operational constraints and standardized methodologies. Pricing discussion revealed strategic positioning that provided exceptional value compared to traditional agency alternatives while ensuring sustainable profitability that would enable ongoing innovation and capability development throughout project implementation and potential future engagements. The cost-effectiveness demonstration showed how operational efficiency and specialized focus could generate superior outcomes while maintaining budget parameters that enabled broader market access and enhanced return on investment for participating businesses. Timeline presentation addressed coordination complexity and resource allocation approaches that could accommodate diverse client requirements while ensuring systematic progress toward defined objectives and measurable outcome achievement. The project scheduling framework demonstrated both efficiency and thoroughness while providing contingency planning that could maintain momentum despite inevitable challenges and unexpected developments that characterized complex multi-client implementations. Team capability discussion explored operational structure and expertise development approaches that could support comprehensive service delivery while maintaining specialized knowledge and personalized attention that distinguished my methodology from traditional agency approaches. The staffing framework addressed scalability concerns while ensuring quality maintenance and consistent exceptional outcomes across diverse client relationships and varying implementation requirements. Client success measurement framework generated substantial committee interest as the comprehensive performance tracking and accountability systems addressed previous concerns about traditional agency reporting that emphasized activity completion rather than business impact achievement and return on investment validation. The measurement approach provided transparency and objective evaluation criteria that would enable informed decision-making throughout project implementation and strategic optimization based on real-time performance data. Innovation methodology. Presentation demonstrated willingness to experiment with emerging platforms and optimization techniques while maintaining systematic evaluation of strategy effectiveness and client outcome accountability. The innovation framework showed capability to adapt approaches based on evolving market conditions and platform developments while ensuring participating businesses received cutting-edge strategies that provided competitive advantages rather than standardized implementations that became ineffective as competitors adopted similar approaches. Quality assurance procedures addressed systematic approaches for maintaining consistent service standards while accommodating diverse client requirements and ensuring comprehensive project completion regardless of individual business starting positions or technical capabilities. The quality framework demonstrated commitment to universal success achievement while providing flexibility that could address unique challenges and opportunities that emerged during implementation processes. The presentation conclusion emphasized collaborative partnership approaches and long-term relationship development that would extend beyond initial project completion to provide ongoing support and strategic optimization that could sustain competitive advantages and business growth momentum. The partnership positioning demonstrated commitment to client success that exceeded traditional agency relationships while providing value propositions that justified continued investment in sophisticated marketing strategy development and implementation. Committee deliberation occurred immediately following presentation completion, with members expressing appreciation for comprehensive capability demonstration and innovative approaches that addressed identified concerns about traditional agency limitations and standardized methodologies. The discussion revealed particular interest in specialized expertise and results-driven accountability that could generate measurable economic development impact while providing exceptional value for participating businesses. David Morrison announced committee decision within 30 minutes of deliberation completion, indicating unanimous selection of Elena Vasquez Digital Marketing Solutions as the preferred provider for the small business digital transformation project based on demonstrated expertise, innovative methodology, competitive pricing, and comprehensive capability to address identified requirements more effectively than traditional agency alternatives. The contract award represented validation of systematic preparation, specialized expertise development, and strategic positioning that had transformed individual freelance practice into recognized business entity capable of competing successfully against established agencies with substantial corporate credentials and multi-year operational histories. The achievement demonstrated how focused capability development and results-driven approaches could generate recognition and opportunity that exceeded conventional career advancement through traditional agency employment and standardized industry practices. Committee feedback emphasized particular appreciation for personalized attention capabilities, innovative strategy development, and accountability frameworks that addressed specific concerns about previous traditional agency relationships that had failed to generate satisfactory outcomes despite substantial investment and comprehensive service packages. The selection decision validated approaches that prioritized client success over organizational credentials while demonstrating superior competitive positioning through specialized expertise rather than conventional industry practices. The contract signing ceremony scheduled for the following week would formalize transition from individual practitioner to recognized agency owner managing comprehensive initiative that could establish Elena Vasquez Digital Marketing Solutions as premier provider for small business digital marketing services throughout the Pacific Northwest region. The opportunity represented culmination of strategic planning and systematic preparation that had positioned specialized expertise for recognition and substantial business growth through demonstrated capability rather than traditional credentials. Carmen's assessment of my career trajectory as evidence of poor judgment and unrealistic expectations was becoming irrelevant as systematic expertise development and strategic positioning generated business opportunities that exceeded traditional agency contracts in both scope and financial significance. The minimum wage employment that she had dismissed as professional failure had provided market research and strategic preparation that enabled recognition as preferred provider for initiative that traditional agencies with established credentials had failed to secure through conventional proposals and standardized methodologies. The transformation from recognized service provider to indispensable strategic partner began during the first month of implementation, when initial results from the Pacific Northwest Business Alliance initiative exceeded both committee expectations and the projected outcomes I had presented during the finalist selection process. The systematic methodology that had enabled contract acquisition proved equally effective for service delivery, generating measurable business improvements for participating organizations that validated my specialized expertise while creating demand for expanded consulting services throughout the regional business community. The project implementation commenced with comprehensive assessment procedures that evaluated current digital marketing status, competitive positioning challenges, and growth opportunity identification for each participating business. The assessment framework required detailed analysis of existing online presence, customer engagement patterns, market positioning effectiveness, and operational constraints that influenced marketing strategy development and resource allocation decisions. The systematic evaluation process revealed consistent patterns in how small businesses approached digital marketing while identifying specific opportunities for improvement through specialized expertise and advanced platform utilization. Restaurant establishments typically maintained basic social media profiles and standard website presence without sophisticated content strategies, audience targeting optimization, or systematic customer relationship management that could maximize retention rates and average transaction values. Professional services firms generally relied on referral networks and traditional networking approaches without implementing automated lead generation systems, thought leadership development, or competitive differentiation strategies that could expand market reach and enhance professional credibility. Retail businesses often operated with minimal online presence and limited e-commerce capabilities despite substantial opportunities for omnichannel integration and customer experience optimization that could generate significant revenue improvements. The assessment results demonstrated that participating businesses possessed tremendous potential for growth enhancement through strategic digital marketing implementation, but they lacked access to specialized expertise and advanced technology tools that could transform their competitive positioning and business outcomes. Traditional agencies had either ignored this market segment due to budget constraints or provided standardized services that failed to address unique requirements and optimization opportunities that characterized small business operations. Implementation of customized marketing strategies for the first cohort of 25 businesses generated immediate measurable improvements that exceeded projected timelines and performance benchmarks. Restaurant clients experienced average increases of 42% in new customer acquisition within 6 weeks of strategy deployment, while professional services firms achieved 37% improvement in qualified consultation requests. Through automated lead generation and thought leadership positioning initiatives, retail establishments implementing comprehensive e-commerce optimization and customer relationship management systems reported 29% revenue growth during the initial implementation period. Up next, you've got 2 more standout stories right on your screen. If this one hit the mark, you won't want to pass these up. Just click and check them out. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell, so you don't miss any upload from us.